well. Give it up for Carlos Hattix.
Oh man, thank you. Welcome to the Motherload. I swear I'm the last comedian before Ellen comes out, so thank you for your patience. I saw everyone coming in tonight and I was like, wow, there were some beautiful men coming in. I was like, there's a lot of women here who I have not tried to have babies with, and I need to step up my game. Do you guys ever do that where you want to go out on a date, but you go in the parking lot and do a bunch of push-ups so the women think you're buff? So I was in the green room just so I didn't look so skinny when I came out. I just want to do a demographic roll call real quick. Are there any Filipinos here in the house? Right on. So do you tell white people you're Asian or Pacific Islander? Asian? Pacific Islander. Okay, check this out. So Filipinos have names like, Marcos, Cunanan, and Aquario, right? So if you think about it, that's Hispanic, right? And I know this is probably not a good time to be Hispanic with Trump, shipping people out, so I get it. But I grew up in Okinawa, Japan, when and I was in the Air Force, and so every summer we'd go over to the Philippines, Clark Air Force Base, Angeles City. I'm actually, even my name's Carlos. I'm actually not Hispanic. I'm half black and half Thai. My father's black and my mother's Thai. I'm also the product of infidelity, which, if you think about it, literally makes me a black Thai parent. In the summertime, we fly to the Philippines, and my mom, my dad, and I, we'd go visit my aunt and uncle. And then at night, we'd come home. My mom would just, me and my mom would chill, but my dad would go out. And that would always upset my mom. I didn't understand why, but it was because my dad, he really liked Filipino women. So he had mistresses, so it made her distraught. So to spite him, she told me that he wasn't my biological father, which was actually the truth. And most kids would get distraught by that. But I thought that made so much sense because the dude is not good looking. I was so adorably cute, right? I mean, I was so cute that Catholic priests would look at me and go, I would hit that. They would look at me and say, you know what? I would get relocated to another parish for some of that chocolate tie. Good though. Sorry, I know it's gross. When my mom was, when she was younger, when I was a teenager, she confided in me. It's gonna get a little dark, but stick with me. She confided in me that she had wanted to commit suicide, but she didn't do it because I was born. So she told me this, and she asked me, what do you think? I go, so you contemplate suicide? She goes, yeah. But you didn't do it because I was born. She said, yeah. So essentially, I saved your life. She said, yeah. You want to know what I think? She goes, yes. I think this is a pretty good time to ask for that new bike I always wanted. You guys are awesome. But at some point, my parents must have been in love, but I never witnessed it. It wasn't during my childhood. And I feel like I've always been trying to chase that love that I thought that they had, right? But I never seem to find it because I don't know what it looks like or feels like. This month, I turned 45, and I've never been married. So whenever women hear that I'm 45 and I've never been married, they assume two things. They assume that I have a fear of commitment. or that I'm against marriage. But I've been in Seattle for about 22 years. I've been in a 2-year relationship, followed by a 4-year relationship, followed by a 7-year relationship, followed by 2 back-to-back 7-month relationships. That's almost 15 years of diversified commitments. Right? That counts. Some people like to own, I like to rent. None of my married friends have been together longer than the terms that their mortgages get, right? So the jury's still out. The longest relationship I've ever been in was 18 years. That was with my primary care physician, Dr. Leslie Liu. To this day, he's the only Asian man that's ever fingered me in the ass. Upon my request. He didn't want to do it, but I insisted. Here's why. Statistically, as a black male, I should prepare myself to get prostate cancer and or go to prison. I feel like a rectal exam prepares me for both. It's like in the words of my Uncle Ray Ray, you know, it's always better to be a little loose in the butt, just in case you get raped by some nut, right? That's like some Shawshank, Tony Robbins shit right there. So the problem with me is I like the newness of things, right? I like the beginning, the euphoria of the infatuation phase. The middle's the hard part, right? That's where the compromises come in. That's where therapy comes in. That's where you know the loss of identity comes in. And then you look forward to the end, right? Because the end means something new begins, and that's where it's exciting for me. So I'm back doing online dating. I'm on Match.com because I have a Tinder account, but it just makes me feel insecure and ugly. No one's ever reached back out to me. Yes. But I'm pretty open-minded when I'm on there. You know, you just have to say that I'm cute and you like me. That's about it. I do have one reservation. It's about a certain type, and I have reservations about dating European women. Not because of anything else. I mean, they're beautiful, but it's because they work on the metric system, right? And I feel like if you score on a European woman, and she decides she wants to dick shame you on social media, she's gonna use the metric system, right? And even if you're packing 9 inches, that's only 0.22 meters. I'm half Asian. I can't take that hit. So whenever I do go out on dates with women, I hear their stories, and they're pretty interesting. And I have some interesting stories myself. One lady, she went on a date with a guy. They went out to dinner. He ordered avocado toast, and when the meal came, he put on latex gloves because he didn't like the texture of food on his fingers. So I asked her, did you ditch him after the dinner? She goes, no, I went home with him. I'm like, why? She goes, if he's gonna use latex on his food, he sure as hell's gonna use latex on me. That makes sense, she's smart. That lady told me that she went on a date with a guy, and you know, to fill the lull in between conversation, he'd always say, how about them hawks? And then I went on a date with a lady, and she told me, hey, you know, you kind of remind me of Russell Wilson, but with tuberculosis. At the time, I said, thank you. But then I actually don't know all the symptoms of tuberculosis. So I hope that was a good thing. I think I'm pretty talented. I'm a single dad, 2 daughters, one's 6, one's 16. The 6-year-old lives here with me in Seattle. The 16-year-old lives on the East Coast with her mom. 2 daughters, 2 different women, 2 different coasts, 2 child support. I accomplished all of that without playing one day in the NBA. Yeah. You know, I was pretty careless back in the days with, you know, using protection. And my mom would get pissed off at me. She goes, you know, can you see if Planned Parenthood has a punch card for idiots? I thought about that. I was like, damn, my mom's hella funny. So my 2 daughters, Zoe, 16, she's battling anxiety, she's battling depression. I brought her out to visit me last summer. I came home from work and I saw her. She's reading a magazine. She looked a little distraught. I go, what's going on? She said, this article says that children are destined to become just like their parents. I'm like, I'm cool as fuck. What's wrong with that? But I didn't say that to her. I go, is that a problem for you? She said, well, I love you, Dad, but I don't want to become anything like you. I didn't take offense to it because I also didn't want to become like my dad. So she's already, you know, living that article's prediction. So I said to her, trying to console her, I said, all right, Zoe, tell me this. Are you anticipating accidentally getting a bunch of white women pregnant? She said, no, that's not even possible. Then you're good to go. You have nothing to worry about. So Stella, my 4-year-old, at the tender age of 4, she learned how to, you know, control my emotions. She uses like 4 little words. I love you, Daddy, right? No, it's heart. I miss you, Daddy. And then with these 4 other little words, she learned how to instill like fear and panic in me. So if you're a single dad and you have to take your young daughter out in public and she has to use the bathroom, you have to take her in the men's room, right? And when you go in the men's room, you take her to the men's stall. So if I have to go, I just put her in the corner, and she usually stays, very quiet until she hears someone coming into the bathroom. At that point, she likes to yell out at the top of her lungs, "I see your penis!" And in my panic, I say, "Shh, we'll talk about this." Which, in hindsight, makes me sound more like a predator. All right, you guys ready for Ellen? That's my time, guys. Thank you so much.
Oh, he told you.